Villains, people that are mandatory in the superhero world. If you don't have a villain that's turning up 24/7, I mean, are you really a superhero? I mean, just look at Batman. When as soon as he leaves the house, he goes over groceries, or even when he's taking a walk outside. I mean, you ain't gotta have one. You can be a bandit all day if you want to. Now take everything I just said and throw it in the trash, because this video is about dirty villains in general. Cartoon villains, anime villains, DC and Marvel villains, video game villains. To be honest, bro, it doesn't even matter what type of villain it is, bro. At the end of the day, they're all villains.
Yo, who the fuck?
Shredder, one of the most dangerous cartoon villains of all time. I mean, if we're being honest, he's nowhere near the other people on this list. But hey, no Shredder slander over here, because we rock with my boy Shredder. But by any chance, has your favorite villain fought Batman? The Dark Knight, also known as one of the greatest superheroes of all time. The only superhero who has a bright light shining in the sky with a symbol on it. Name one villain who's really out here fighting Batman hand-to-hand combat. Not only is he a part of a completely different franchise fighting him, he's fighting somebody who's fought somebody that can destroy the entire world with little to no effort. Like, come on, bro, who's really out here doing it like him? But that's not even his only feat, because look though, this man took time out of his day just to burn down April's apartment. Donnie, don't you have a crush on April? The craziest part about it is that they got whole compilations of this man being a freak.
This is 4K! How did they get you in 4K?
And if you look at the compilations, it shows how freaky this man just really is. You know when April be hugging him, he be on straight hard mode. And when she kisses him, you know he be busting nuts in his pants. Cause look, not only did he let her crib get burnt down, he also didn't do anything in the fight, and then he just let him walk away. Now look, I'm not trying to start nothing, but if I was in that situation where my crush needed protection,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
You's a freaky ass nigga!
Anyway, it don't even matter, because Donnie's the worst out of the four anyway. But technically, Leo is the reason why April's apartment got burned, because he decided to lead the ops back to the crib. So basically, Leo decides to be Mr. Odd One Out and wakes up early in the morning to go get some training. You know, you can't be weak forever. And then Master Splinter decides to wake up and, you know, exchange a few words with Leo. And he even told him to watch out for that op, because they pretty deep out there. But Leo decides to take this advice. You know, he was understanding and still decides to go out anyway. And the crazy part about it is that as soon as Leo left, the rest of them woke up. And I could tell that they were sleeping good, because do you see these sleeping positions? This man is sleeping on top of the sofa.
You gotta be fucking lying.
After they woke up, they did their normal morning routine, you know what I'm saying? They brushed their teeth, got something to eat, and then we cut to Leo running from the ops. How do you get 5 stars that fast? So Leo starts running across the rooftop, you know, Master Splinter and Rage no. So he still decided to fight back. But every time he would clap one of them, another one would appear. It's like Naruto was in the back making shadow clones. So he started thinking to himself, oh no, I can't handle this many dudes at once. So he started heading back to the crib. But as he was running, they started calling the big bros out.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
We see they're finished with their breakfast, and Donnie and Raph are doing the dishes. Good Donnie. Raph gets a pass because he's him. But I'm not finna go over all that, so let's just skip to the main part. Basically, Leo busts through the window, and then everybody starts crouching over that man, wondering if he's dead or alive. And then we cut to the GOAT, the man himself, Shredder. And you wanna know the craziest part about this scene? He busts through the window, his weapons are nowhere in sight. That's because Shredder had him, he raised them above his head, and he broke them like they were some chopsticks. But I'm not gonna lie, the meat munching is kinda crazy. Like, look at these people. Get on your hands and knees for another man. It's kinda crazy, I'm gonna be honest. This reminds me of when I be seeing those people on TikTok glazing LeBron.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
As everybody's crouched over that man Leo, that man Mikey look out the window and see a whole army of foot ninjas. Before he could even say anything, they came busting in the house from every side. Now look, I'm gonna be honest. If I was April, I wouldn't want anything to do with these turtles. And I'd be mad because you're supposed to be protecting me from these fake Power Rangers.
My whole fucking flow!
Top 5 Power Rangers of all time.
No count.
So as they're coming in quick, they realize they can't hold them on for that long. So they end up deciding to go downstairs and escape to the antique shop. No, look, I'm just saying, if I was April and a whole bunch of foot ninjas just came busting in my apartment thinking I'm finna leave,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
But anyway, Shredder ends up showing up and attacking Master Splinter. I'm not gonna lie, they started getting pieced up. Raph trying to kick him, but then he just dodges it and follows up with the meanest Falcon Punch ever. And then look at this goofy trying to quickly run up on him and get a free hit in. So he just took his weapon and he fell to the ground like he took a cane from an old lady. And then Donnie tries to get in the mix and get straight folded. What are you doing? You should be out there trying to help April out with Leo, because you clearly can't do nothing in the fight. You're garbage. You suck. But just when all seems lost, boom! Casey Jones busts through the storefront with the motorcycle, thinking he Ghost Rider. Manages to clap the elite guards with little to no difficulty. I don't know how he did that with a hockey stick. But anyway, some fake Brock Lesnar breaks down the door, and it's this guy again. And I'm saying again because Leo already bashed his head into a chimney early. He started walking towards April, and that man Casey, you know what I'm saying, as the man he is, decides to step up and try to protect April. I know Casey finna put in that work. Raph and Mikey notices that Leo is trying to stand up. Shredder appears and tries to finish him off. But Splinter, being the great father he is, pushes Shredder away and starts boxing him again. But that man Leo's like, nah, I can't be useless the entire fight, so he mustered up all the strength he has and pushes the cabinet in between them. But Shredder starts hearing the police pull up, and as all of them are stuck in the middle, before he leaves, he decides to block the cooler off, drop some firebombs, and then use his gauntlets to puncture an explosive gas line. That's 3 things in one. He didn't even have to do the other 2. Just dropping the firebombs would have been enough. But before we move on to the next devious villain, I just want to say I don't hate Donatello, but it's kind of hard not to when Shredder was doing this man dirty in the fight, because not only did he punch him so hard he got sent flying to a pole and it broke his back, his weapon landed in his hand and he used his weapon to fight his master. Yeah, Mikey and Raph got one-shotted too, but at least their weapons weren't used to fight their own master. And then he posed on him.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
With the clean walk away. There's a lot more devious things this man has done, but it's probably too long and there's other villains waiting, so we already got one behind bars though. Be for real, this man needs no introduction. We all know Green Goblin. He's the man known for making Gwen's head clap when it hit the floor. I'm gonna be honest, this scene was kind of crazy considering it was only 5 minutes. This man Green Goblin comes in and swoops Gwen off her feet. And Spider-Man being the man he is, he ain't finna let no other man come in and swoop his girl off her feet. So he took that as disrespect and decided to chase him through the city. Spider-Man was kind of keeping up with this man, but he decides to fly up to the sky because Spider-Man can attach his webs to clouds, or like, I don't know if he can, but I don't think he can because he's not Doflamingo. But I'm gonna be honest, that man most definitely was on crack, because when he flew Gwen up to the sky and Gwen had said, I don't know what was up with his brain. And he ugly. He was already chopped before he became Green Goblin. And his cut is ugly. He definitely got a scrap with his barber after this. As he's in midair holding Gwen, that man Spider-Man says, "Let her go." And he kind of took that too literal. You could have at least added a few more steps before you just said let her go, because then he just straight up dropped her in midair. So Spider-Man jumps up thinking he's Superman and catches her, but he busts through the glass and lands on a bridge in the clock tower. But you know what I'm saying? He happy he caught her, but this man Green Goblin obviously don't care about anybody else's well-being. So he decides to drop some bombs.
I knew we had something kind of, that's why we locked in.
So Gwen falls again, but he catches her and puts her right on top of a cogwheel. So this man Green Goblin swoops down, and since Spider-Man's too nice with it, he shoots some webs and he just starts doing flips off the webs, running onto the walls. You would think he's a spider. Oh, that's right, it's in his name. Oh, I'm too funny, bro.
Shut your
So this man Spider-Man jumped up like 50 feet in the air, landed on his glider and started choking him with his web. So he rammed Spider-Man into the wall. But this man does the best recovery I ever seen. He kicks him in his back, then he jumps off the wall and does the cleanest Rey Mysterio kick to the jaw I've ever seen. But the glider falls and breaks the cog Gwen was standing on. But this man Harry, he jumps on Spider-Man and starts choking him. Now look, I don't know what type of freak. So Spider-Man shoots a web and then wraps it around Harry's neck and starts choking. But sadly, the web got caught on the cog. It snapped, and we all know how this scene ended. Now look, Andrew, I love you. But all I'm saying is if Miles Morales was in that situation,
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
But his dad is just as worse as him because he just hates Spider-Man. He tried to kill his aunt and then he tried to kill Mary Jane. He just don't like him, honestly. I remember there was this one scene where a building was burning. So Spider-Man went in there to try and see if there was any survivors in there. But this man Green Goblin got his whole existence and punched him through a wall. Now look, when I was rewatching this scene, I noticed that he said something that really made me think of another character.
Like a moth to the flame.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Look at Green Goblin, man. He's so inspirational. Oh, one more thing before I move on, because this part's pretty short. I hate you, J. Jonah Jameson. Why you always hating on Spider-Man? You don't have anything else to do with your life? And then he always be basically snitching on his location.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, bro, I didn't know you were a op too. Ooh, I can't wait to kick the bucket. Cause when you do, I'm gonna jump through every TV show, movie, and comic just to have front row seats to your funeral. Surprised he hasn't gotten the DP yet, especially with the crimes he commit. Does that say rape? Also, this man is way too tall just to be scrapping with some pirates.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
10 feet? This man playing with the wrong birds. The Lakers need the center. But while we're speaking about basketball, congratulations to the Nuggets for winning the final. I don't know what type of freaky stuff Jokic and his brothers on though.
Oh, you like dick? Oh, hell no.
But anyway, this man killed his dad, all because he stepped down for being a celestial dragon. And if you don't know what a celestial dragon is, well, they're slave owners basically, but they're also people that have higher authority than regular people in the One Piece world. It's kind of crazy to me on how whenever Oda decides to make a melon muncher, he always either makes them a bad guy, they get killed, or they just get shit and made a slave. Just look at my boy Kuma. You was not finna tell me he's not black with the afro underneath that hat. And since this show goes all the way back to the pirate era, you can definitely tell they had a few workers. But yeah, he basically killed his dad because his dad decided to downgrade his life just because he seen the celestial dragons as horrible people, which they were, but like, you're also just slow. To be honest, I don't blame Dofi for clapping his pops. Pause. Shoot, I'd probably do the same thing too. You're telling me you have the choice of either A, being rich and basically being able to do what you want, or B, being broke and get bullied by a bunch of random. What an amazing dad. He just made both his sons' life harder on purpose. He also killed his own brother, and I guess he's the opposite of Alabamians. Instead of clapping his family, he kills. But honestly, I wish he did get killed as a kid by the people who tied him up to like a building and start throwing sticks at him, because what this man does when he grows up is actually unforgivable. Firstly, he has his own crew, which is filled with nothing but hideous creatures. Like, we got a whole man in a diaper, be for real. But his crew got such a hard name, the Don Quixote Pirates. Oh my. But all that aside, he took over an entire island, and the way he did that was by making the previous leader kill all of his own people. He also controlled some of his men to help too, but all because he didn't pay his 10 billion berries in time. Now look, for a man like myself, that's chunk change. Now look, King Riku, I understand you couldn't do much in that situation, but I'm just saying, where I'm from, we don't let that type of stuff slide. And he managed to do that with the devil fruit he has, called the Ito Ito no Mi, or the string fruit. And he can basically attach strings to his opponent's body and basically make them become a puppet for him. I mean, that's not all he can do, but that's just one of the abilities. But let's be real for a minute though, even if he did pay the money in time, you think this man right here would just leave? No! But then this man Kiros comes in and tries to confront Dofi about this situation. Now this man got personal beef with Dofi because he got Diamante to kill his wife, but it didn't work because he got no diff, lost his leg, and then he got turned into a toy by a girl named Sugar, who almost made the entire country in a toy. Now Sugar, I just like to say one thing: you don't deserve the toy fruit. The fruit is so good, so amazing, you just suck. Now if you don't know what the toy fruit is, basically anybody you touch turns into a toy, and once that person turns into a toy, everyone that ever knew about you forgets you even existed, no matter how famous you are. It also has a side effect of eternal youth. Now look, Sugar, I promise you, if I had that fruit, I'd be an emperor of the sea by now, or even the pirate king. But no, you decided you want to suck off this 10-foot psychopath to listen to his every command instead. And to make it even worse, the weakness is that if the person using the fruit gets killed or knocked unconscious, doesn't matter if it's pain or fear, it would immediately cancel out all the transformations and the memory modification effect. But the way Sugar's victim became normal is so crazy, because my boy Goatsop scared her so bad she passed out.
Huh?
You know how crazy that sounds? I'm sorry to say it, Sugar, but you don't deserve the hobby, know me.
Nigga, you gotta be ashamed of yourself, nigga. Real talk. You gotta be ashamed of yourself.
I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of fruits in One Piece that just have terrible users. Meet any one of these fruits, and I promise you I'm becoming strongest in the verse in like 2 years minimum. Somebody needs to knock Sugar off the map so somebody with a higher IQ of 20 can use the fruit better than her. Not only did he make King Riku kill his own people and take his throne, he played every single last one of them into thinking he was a good person and an amazing ruler. And it's really crazy that they believed him, because sadly, they didn't know that he traded their life away for a honey bun. And after he took over the country, he ended up making the entire island into his base. And he used Sugar's devil fruit ability to turn those who would trade his life away for a honey bun into living toys. And to add salt to the wound, he enacted 2 laws that created segregation between humans and toys. But wait, there's more. After he gained a little bit of clout, you know what I'm saying, he had a cash out. I ain't never seen him did a money spread though. He decided to form a 3-way alliance with Caesar the Clown and Kaido, one of the 4 emperors. And he created something called Sad and Smiles or whatever to create an army of Zoan type users. Now look, if I ate one of these small devil fruits, I would probably just end my life right then and there, because the people that eat these fruits turn into straight up hideous creatures. Like imagine if I became a mole rat or something, I just end my life right then and there. Also, there's a crewmate he has named Baby 5 who had like 8 different boyfriends, and Doflamingo killed every single last one of them. And then he destroyed the entire town he grew up in. Like bro, what did they do? They didn't even do anything. Imagine Baby 5 tries to introduce you to her family, and as soon as you open up the door, you see this 10-foot monster standing right there. But Baby 5 was low-key thoughting it up, because even after 8 boyfriends, she still fell in love with somebody else, and it was a fish man. You know their kind doesn't belong here on land. But wait, there's more. Whenever somebody that ate a devil fruit dies, the devil fruit respawns somewhere in the world. So after Ace became a donut flavor on the menu, Doflamingo somehow got his fruit and made people fight to the death for it, including his own brothers Sabo and Luffy. But it's all good because my boy Sabo ended up winning in the end. He cut off Law's arm. Like he literally did the nastiest WWE move I've ever seen. He put a string between his leg and his foot and did like 50 spins in midair and landed on his arm and cut it off. And to make it worse, it was his right arm. He couldn't even do the things he loved to do with his right arm. But I'm gonna be honest, the entire Dressrosa arc, Law was just there to get disrespected.
See, I didn't know I came here to be disrespected.
But like always, some BS happens and the villain ends up losing in the end. Like, come on, Luffy, I love you. You're one of my favorite protagonists, if not my favorite. But you couldn't just let Dofi free? Cause think about it, was Dofi really bad?
What if he was trying to get rid of these demons? He was trying to destroy the construct, the matrix.
I could go on for hours and talk about how Dofi was a straight demon, but this video would be way too long. And also, since we're talking about One Piece, look, I love One Piece. In my top 3 favorite animes of all time, and my personal favorite out of the big 3. But my god, Toei, you make this show so boring at times. And you do the same thing to Dragon Ball. Why am I watching people stare at the screen for like 20 seconds? Then make it worse, the fights last for like 20 episodes, and most of the arcs are just them running to get to their destination. Like imagine if Toei animated a show like Demon Slayer.
俺はしばらく動けなくなるだろう。
Will Tanjiro finally manage to cut off Rui's head? Probably will with all that plot armor he got. Find out next time on Demon Slayer. Come on, bro. I waited a week for this. But I can't even hate because they be eating when it comes to that animation. But no, was Dofi really that bad?
What?
I mean, he's not really a villain, but he might as well be considered the things he's done. Also, why is it as soon as he put on a black suit, he automatically becomes more aggressive and starts going to box people for no reason? That has to be racially motivated. But before we start, I just want to say, I love Spider-Man so much, bro.
That's gay. That's gay. That's gay.
Call me a mute writer all you want, but if Spider-Man asked me to take a bullet for him, most likely I wouldn't do it, but I'd be lying if I say I didn't think about it. And he got the best superhero games. No superhero games can come close to Spider-Man games. And we got a new one coming out 4 days after my birthday. I love you when something that can PlayStation. Like, just look at it, bro. Oh my god, man. But that's for a whole different video. And stop comparing Spider-Man to Batman. Batman is literally garbage. Me putting him at the number 20 spot was me being generous. He's realistically like top 30. Y'all are comparing a superhuman who fights people in space, which are universe level threats, by the way, to a regular human who fights people with clown makeup on. Did he die in his own video game or something? Like, Spider-Man and him are not on the same level. Why y'all think he live in a rundown dirty city with bandits everywhere instead of living by the Justice League? Because the people they fight with body Batman. Spider-Man will literally do Batman the worst way. He will web him to a wall and do unspeakable things. And I can't, bro, I'd be more scared of Spider-Man than Batman. How am I supposed to take a person serious when more than half of his face is showing? Like, one uppercut to the chin and he is cooked. Everybody from the Sinister Six in Gotham for a day, and I promise you, all of Gotham will be wiped out. Same thing for Superman. First of all, they have to give him like 7 different powers for him to be considered that strong. Like, oh my god. Like, I like Batman more than Superman because even though I was just trash talking him, he doesn't need powers to be considered a good superhero. He's just cold like that. And to make it worse, his weakness is a Minecraft emerald. I know when he hops on Minecraft and see an emerald, he starts getting PTSD. If you go to like Walmart or Hobby Lobby and find a green crystal and somehow put a green LED light inside of it, I promise you, will start holding his chest falling to the ground as if it was real kryptonite. And isn't the kryptonite that makes him zesty? Like, so you're telling me if I paint a crystal pink and put a pink LED light inside of it, he's just gonna start bouncing his booty cheeks together? Oh no. Spider-Man is arguably one of the most iconic superheroes of all time, which is not really arguable. I mean, come on, like when you think of superheroes, the first thing you think of is Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. Especially with Marvel. If you think of Marvel, you think of Spider-Man. If you say any other superhero in Marvel, I just know you're lying. And he's like 16 doing this compared to these 30-year-olds. And on top of all that, Batman needs his suit. Spider-Man doesn't need his suit. He only wears the suit to cover his identity. Why do you think Batman able to tank bangs punches to the chest? Realistically, take that suit off and his chest is getting caved in. Be for real. And on top of that, he only goes out at night. That's a terrible superhero. Now, I need a superhero who can protect me at day, night. Batman only goes out at night. So if he sees you in public getting robbed, oh, that's tough. Let me go ahead and head over to this McDonald's and get a double quarter pounder. Like, what? I need your help. It don't matter to Spider-Man though. We even seen proof that he doesn't need it, so he'll literally just put on his mask to go out to save people. He only needs it to cover his identity. You can go to Walmart right now and find Spider-Man's suit as a costume for Halloween or something. That's exactly what he wears. The only time Batman goes out that day to save people is when he's with the Justice League. So stop comparing these trash superheroes to the GOAT, because ain't nobody better than Spider-Man. Anyway, you can already tell he was tweaking when he randomly woke up upside down outside. Even Peter himself don't even know why he was outside, but just look at him, bro. He's so opium. This is most definitely the top 3 best live action Spider-Man suits of all time. The crazy part about it, he didn't even question on how he got outside. He immediately wanted to throw hands and went immediately to Sandman. So Peter finds where Sandman is located and starts stalking him like a crazy ass. After a few seconds of stalking him, Peter then started talking to Sandman in a very loud voice. Like, bro, we can hear you. You don't need to yell. Like, bro, what's up with these symbiote Spider-Mans always yelling at somebody? He shoots webs at the train and tries to grab them and then uses his signature move to kick Sandman and send him flying. He tries to double it, but I'm sorry. But Sandman wasn't having none of that. So he kicks Spider-Man onto the railroad track, but you already know, this ain't ordinary Spider-Man. This that symbiote Spider-Man. So he dodges the train, goes under the bridge, and then, like, bro, he started swinging so smooth. I ain't never seen him swing like this. So he swings back up, kicks Sandman into the train, and starts grinding his face into the train.
You gotta be fucking lying. Well, hell no, God, hell no.
I thought Spider-Man didn't kill, but buddy, this is most definitely attempted murder. Sandman finally lands a hit on him by headbutting him like, you are not Tanjiro. So he seen an opportunity, he punched Spider-Man, and I have never seen someone recover from a punch fast. He said, oh, that's cute, but I can do that too, and punches him into the train again. Then after this, you would just think it was a video game the way Spider-Man was just comboing Sandman. So Sandman lands on the ground, and my boy Peter starts flexing all that strength because he managed to pull apart a sewer pipe or whatever that is and kill Sandman. That was one of the quickest fights I have ever seen. Like, he had places to be. You couldn't drag it out a little bit? Like, Toei, take notes. It's really crazy to me that he don't care if you have family or not. He will still deal with you regardless. Just like he did my boy Harry. First off, Harry is just straight garbage. Like, let's be real. for a minute. He's like, oh man, he tried to say my boy Peter's girl. I mean, it don't really matter to me because he got like 20 other ones. And then he tried to fight him. Peter started it by hitting him with a clean jab to the jaw because Peter ain't no. He ain't finna let no one talk to him any kind of way. And as soon as Peter started fighting him, he had to pull out a knife and try to stab my boy. Ah, nah, you weak for bringing weapons to a hands-only fight. But they keep on boxing. Honestly, if I was Harry, I would have been stopped because the strength this man Peter has would have me in straight up utter buffoonery, and I would be straight up flabbergasted. You telling me all he did was kick me and I went flying through a window? Yeah, I'm up out of there. And then he grabbed him and threw him up to a whole nother floor. Like, oh yeah, you got it, bro. I'm not about to fight somebody like that. Knowing I don't have anything but some knives. So then Peter throws him in a room full of gadgets, and honestly, it just really showed you how garbage Harry was. You're telling me you're in a place where you're surrounded by gadgets you know how to use and still somehow lose? And during this fight, he tried to give Harry the same fate he gave his pops. He was about to give him the same fatality he did to my boy Green Goblin. Or R.I.P. Then Peter starts walking up to him and starts talking so much trash that I didn't even know if he was Peter or Spider-Man anymore. Peter, you were born in the suburbs. You are a suburban boy. Act like it. And the things he was just saying were just straight up disrespectful. Like, how you gonna let somebody disrespect your dead pops like that? He was basically saying to Harry,
your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should.
Harry picks up a bomb and decides to throw it at Peter, but since Peter is Spider-Man, those spider senses came in clutch. So he caught the bomb and threw it back at him. Now look, if I was Harry in that situation, it wouldn't have went down that way. First off, I ain't know. So I wouldn't even grab a knife. I wouldn't need it anyway. Second of all, I'm not letting nobody that's my age hit me off the ground and throw me like 8 feet in the air. I would have just got back up and slept. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit shocked, I'll admit, that he just picked me up and threw me up in the air like a little baby. But then once I snap back into my senses and realize I'm like that, bro, I'm coming up behind him and sneaking him. Third, I want to lose when I'm in my lair with this stuff only me and my dad knows how to use. Fourth, he's not picking me up off the ground, holding me in midair to try and make me see the pearly gates early. Fifth, I'm not letting him slowly walk up to me and disrespect my dead father. That's just not happening. And finally, number 6, if I was Harry, bro, if I threw the bomb at him and it missed, when Peter grabbed the bomb to throw it back at me, I would have caught it and threw it right back at him. Harry just sucks. Maybe Peter was right about him, what his dad thought about him. And you can't forget when my boy Harry put on the symbiote suit and Ultimate Spider-Man and stole all of Peter's fame. His own homies even thought he was better than him. And the worst part about all of that is even the girls didn't want him anymore. Like, come on, bro. Like, why are you doing that to my man Peter? Virgil is easily top 3 best video game swordsmen of all time, not even debatable. Like, almost every guy in Devil May Cry is just so cold. Like, Dante, bro, he's my favorite video game character of all time. Now look, don't sleep on Dante when it comes to a sword. I mean, he's not as good as Virgil is. I mean, considering he got impaled by his own sword like what, 3 times, 5 times? I don't know how many times, but in almost every game he's got impaled by his own sword. But don't get it twisted. Sleep on Dante and he will, oh my god, he will do you dirty with a sword. But if we talking about pistols and guns, oh, he's easily top 2. He's easily, that's not even debatable. Like, bro, Virgil's just so cold though. Like bro be teleporting with his sword. Every time he uses an attack, he does the typical anime sword thing where he puts his sword back in the holder. Like, you're not in the edit, we get it, bro. We get it, you're fast. And it's like death battle. Stop with the BS, bro. This death battle right here is straight BS.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No boys.
You telling me Sephiroth, Sephi, the trash dude from Final Fantasy, is beating him? Come on, bro. Sephi, look, I love you, bro. Really, Virgil, like, come on, bro. Virgil's a goat. Matter of fact, I'm finna go down a list real quick of video game swordsmen that I just can't touch and hang with Virgil. Number 1, Jin Sekai. Bro, he got captured like 5 times in the game, and each and every time he got captured, he lost all his stuff. Like he's a great swordsman, don't get me wrong. Like, he'll still put the hands on you, but like Genji from Overwatch, the only thing he has that's good on him is deflect. There's nothing else. The fact that he can deflect anything, don't get me wrong, is broken, but he can't deflect what he can't see. Like, come on, bro. Kratos, bro, he's not even a swordsman. He's just a guy that just so happens to carry around swords. Everybody from Kingdom Hearts, like, really, bro? I mean, it gives it away. I mean, you hang around with somebody called Goofy, cause that's what you gonna look like when you fight Virgil. Anybody from Elden Ring or the Dark Souls series, like, y'all aren't even wolf level. Y'all aren't even regular villager guard. Y'all aren't frog level. These people can't hold Virgil. Everybody in Star Wars, there's only a few people in Star Wars that can maybe put a singular scratch on Virgil. And the fact that Death Battle made my man lose twice, there's no way he lost to a fake Warframe character, bro. When you use Virgil in the game, he makes you feel like the final boss. Normally when you unlock a character as a final boss in a game, like Lego.
Who the fuck is?
Come on, bro. I got scammed out of Galactus, bro. What is this? It's off-brand of Galactus, bro. This is the fakest Galactus I have ever seen. This Relactus. Who is this, buddy? But when you pick Virgil, bro, I'm telling you, you're the boss, bro. There's nobody can touch you and mess with you in that game. And it's like, just look at him, bro. He's just like, oh my god, he's just so cool, man. He's the GOAT.
Oh my god, bro. Is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm
like,
saying,
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
And on top of that, Devil May Cry is like what, my top 5 favorite video game series of all time. Boom, y'all just learned something new about me. The more you know. Put Kenshi from Mortal Kombat and Virgil on the same team, I promise you, every video game swordsman character that's on the screen right now is getting straight up clap. And if I wanted to add in a little bit of seasoning to the mix, I'll just add Dante. And it's like, bro, almost every year they make a perfect Devil May Cry game, except this monstrosity. What were they cooking with this? But bro, almost every year it's an amazing game. I love you so much, Capcom. All right, that's enough glaze. Just look at this clip. I mean, he can literally cut and make a portal that goes through dimensions so he can end up to another place on the world. What video game swordsman do you know that can do that? Nobody. And his sword is called Yamato. And his name is Virgil. 2 cold names working together. Not only that, but he's also a great father. He took off his own son's arm and he let him replace it with a robotic one. Let's bro, that robotic one could do more than his regular human arm. What a great father. Dante and Virgil were fighting so fast that they cut through raindrops. They were moving so fast. Not only did they cut through raindrops, the rain itself stopped moving. And also during this fight, he caught Dante's bullets. He lined them up like he was playing golf, and then he sent them flying right back at him. Like who is doing that? Who is doing that like him? Nobody's doing it like him. That's it, bro. We went over every villain. I'm about to go play some Devil May Cry.